Hello everyone and welcome, my name's Ali. Thank you guys so much for tuning in for a video today. We've got a very interesting one. The very first information relating to Call of Duty 2014, including a ton of teaser details, a link to the teaser site, information when we're going to be getting a full reveal for the game, details on the sort of military organizations and the going-ons within the campaign for this game, the time setting for this game, and an awesome image for this game, which you guys definitely do not want to miss out on. I'm going to be covering absolutely everything here for you guys. A lot of it is web-based, so I just decided to record directly from my computer and talk to you guys about all of this good stuff, so you guys know absolutely everything. Very exciting. It's looking to be very interesting indeed, and hopefully we can answer as many of your questions as possible and give you guys all of the information. So let's cut to the chase and jump straight into it. This image on screen here that you're seeing from the official Call of Duty's Twitter account was one of the very first images we got today when all of this information broke May the 1st. Over the past few years, May the 1st has been a day when the first official details have started to roll out, and that's the exact same today. We have Call of Duty, a new era arrives. 3 days until the world reveal. A new era is the sort of slogan that's been used consistently here via Call of Duty. The teaser site is actually called callofduty.com/new-era. And of course, we're seeing it again here. Now, first thing to note is the logo. The Call of Duty logo has been altered. It is often altered for new releases. And the reason I mention this is because it isn't identical to any previous Call of Duty logos, which massively hints at this being a brand new IP or a brand new game basically. It is of course being created by Sledgehammer Games, a new development studio for the Call of Duty cycle, so I'd highly expect a new game and a new series. I wouldn't expect something being remade, and I wouldn't expect something being continued on from an old series like Modern Warfare 4. I expect it to be new, a new era, that makes sense. So guys, more details. It could be that the new Call of Duty game is going to be called Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. If you look at the actual file name of the banner displayed from Call of Duty on their Google Plus page and take a look at the name, it's actually called COD_AW_Google_header. If you then go on to the domain names and all the sites that Activision, the publishers of Call of Duty, own, Advanced Warfare is a live and still active domain that they hold the power and possession of. So AW COD, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, makes sense, and that is my guess as to the next Call of Duty title. Thank you very much to Chucky that pointed this out to me. You can check out his video explaining the details down below in the description. But Advanced Warfare Call of Duty, that sounds like the name of this game. 3 days until the world reveal. Today is May the 1st, so that means on May the 4th, which is the Sunday, we are going to be getting a proper reveal for this game, and I think it's going to be a big reveal, but I'll talk about that a little bit more in a second. It is worth noting in the background here, we can of course see the Golden Gate Bridge from San Francisco, California in America. There's no direct link in terms of how that's going to sort of alter the game or anything. We just know it's very likely and a probable setting for the game. Could be one of the prominent positions in terms of where there's battling and where one of these wars may be going down, as a war typically happens within a Call of Duty game. But let's leave that image alone. We've been talking about that enough already. Let's move on to all the other good stuff. Here is the teaser site. This is callofduty.com/new-era. And as you can see on screen here, we have got a very blurred, sort of stretched and altered image, which you cannot make out. I would say that teaser sites for Call of Duty always develop and always change. So this is literally the launch site as it is at the moment. But as you can clearly see on the top, there is 2 days and 15 hours to go at the time of making this video. That countdown, I believe, is the same countdown wherever you are in the world, but it's supposed to count down to 10 a.m. Pacific time if you're in America on Sunday the 4th of May, which is around about 6 p.m. on Sunday the 4th of May, so that's when I'd expect the trailer to release. If you guys aren't sure exactly when that time is, just stay tuned on my Twitter at OMGIt'sAliA, and here on my YouTube channel, of course, I'll be covering everything. So, we've got 2 days, almost 3 days until the full reveal. This is a teaser site. This teaser site will 100% develop, I'm sure about it. I'm sure this image will become clear. I'm sure it will give away additional pieces of information, but at the moment, it's a very blurry image. It looks like we've got a bit of fire on the left here, this red and yellow pulsing in the background. It looks like we've got a character in the center. We can see sort of like a face and an arm here, but we can't quite make out what's going on in the background. I would say that the color scheme going on here is very consistent. We're getting a consistent orange, yellow, gray feel. If we go back to the main picture here, we can get the sort of colors in the background matching up. I would say he arguably is in the same position. He could be on the San Francisco Golden Gate Bridge, or in some sort of desert location where the yellows make sense. We're not too sure yet. However, there are additional links on this site. If we go to the bottom here, you can see one white dot. We can see 2 white dots over here on the right, and then 3 white dots right here. Hard to pick out, something you wouldn't notice if you just quickly clicked on and clicked off the site, but they are there. And this actually starts to give us some hints and some information in terms of what the game's going to be based around and all that good stuff. And it also links into the very first teaser that Call of Duty launched on their YouTube channel. So if we go to the very first link, we can see that it links to private military contractors and mercenaries. The information given here is cool. You can read through it if you wish, but that's not really the main point. The point is literally just face value private military contractors. Next link is very similar, private military contractors. It talks about the fact that the sort of general armies are sort of breaking down in a way, and sort of like the move to private contract sort of, not societies, but sort of build-ups of people, these big sort of companies that have formed that call themselves private contractors that are being paid to go out and actually fight wars themselves. And it talks about sort of the moving of firearms between all of these different people and the wars that have been going on, and a sort of change in how war is happening. The final link is actually a private military company description and information directly from Wikipedia. A private military company, or PMC for short, is essentially provided armed security services. They are also referred to as security contractors or private military contractors. So this is very, very interesting. These guys are essentially sort of rogue teams set up, often referred to, I guess, as mercenaries, but more sort of efficient and more high-end than a mercenary. And if we go and have a quick look here at the trailer that was released on Call of Duty's channel, I'm going to talk over and explain what's basically said. It talks about the shift in how war and how everything going on at the moment is going more and more and more towards these private contractors, these organizations that have sort of the top tier guys from all these different military services, the army, navy, etc., and how they're being paid extra to roll out and do these private contracts. And it also talked about how these guys are being paid a lot of money, but if those guys are being paid a lot of money from one people to protect one group of people, there's no saying that the other guys, the sort of bad guys in the situation, aren't paying those guys even more money to bring them onto their side. And it massively hints at the storyline and the single player behind Call of Duty for this new 2014 game, and how it's going to revolve around these private military coordinators and contractors, and how there's going to be massive amount of money being thrown at these guys, and how it could switch at any time, all depending on who's paying the most amount of money. So very, very interesting. Sorry, a lot of talking there, but I wanted to try and get everything across to you guys. Now, moving on to some other very, very cool details and very, very cool piece of information. We know that May the 4th is going to be the day we're going to be getting a big reveal, but leading up to that, we're going to be getting a lot of stuff, and the guys over at Game Informer were nice enough to share an image, and a very high-spec, high-quality image with us, which we're going to put on screen now and talk about and take a look at, because it's absolutely phenomenal, and it made me go wow when I first saw it. So there was a lot of rumors going around that the next Call of Duty game will be based in World War I. That was absolutely rubbish. Ignore those rumors, not happening. What we're seeing here is a very high-spec, high-detailed image, clearly based in, I would say, near future times, and it looks phenomenal. So this guy in the center here and the guys in the background are clearly wearing basically what you would call ectoskeleton suits that basically give you extra strength, and basically add to your body strength in the form of sort of metal add-ons. You can see this here on his hand, very, very clearly indeed, and you can also see it more so on the guys in the background on their arm. And it basically means you can lift up stuff, which is really, really heavy. It means in close combat situations you're a lot stronger, but arguably it also gives you better precision and such when you're holding a weapon. And talking about weapons, you can actually see some in the background here. They are extremely blurry, extremely small. If any of you guys can work out exactly which weapons they are, that would be interesting. Could give us a hint in terms of the exact time setting, but if it's based in the near future, these weapons could easily be made up. You can see barrels on the end of the weapon. You can see what looks to be cool sights. Not too much detail to be taken from that. The biggest pieces of detail here is the setting. The way that these characters look. I would assume these guys are a part of a private military contract situation who have probably been paid to enter some sort of situation. You can see the fire going off on the side there. You can notice loads of ammo, specifically around his shoulder, which looks very badass. Not gonna lie, you've got some knives and grenades and weaponry within his front slots, and you've also got a walkie-talkie system around his neck, and you can't miss out the absolutely crazy helmet that he's got on that looks very cool, very futuristic, but I don't think this is far future. I would say this is sort of near future, talking about the shift in sort of military situations with these guys being private contractors and just everything involved. Now, going back to that Call of Duty trailer I talked about, something they kept on mentioning over and over was the fact that there was so much money involved in these private contract situations that they had a lot of money to spend, and as a result, the money that they had to spend resulted in extremely high-tech, expensive, basically military weaponry. And they showed massive bombs, they had quick flashes of weaponry. They actually, I think I noticed the intervention from Modern Warfare 2, although I'm not sure if that's actually going to be within the game. They mentioned the fact that these guys can go all out and basically use the latest high-end equipment, which we're seeing here with the Ecto skeletons. We're hearing from the trailer in terms of the latest weaponry, and it sounds very exciting indeed. If you want to check out any extra details, I'll have lots of links down below for you guys. Thank you to Informer for the image, because these guys basically gave us the very first look. Now, come May the 4th on Sunday, make sure you're staying tuned here on my channel and on my Twitter for the latest news. I expect something big. Normally when it comes to teasers, we get something not too big. We get something that basically just gives us a name of the game and nothing more else. Last year we got that for Call of Duty Ghosts. It was just like a live action trailer with people putting masks on, and then Call of Duty Ghosts appeared. But last year we already knew the game was Call of Duty Ghosts. This year we don't even have a name yet. It may be leaked in the coming days. It may be given out through the teaser site, but I think on Sunday we'll probably get the name. And having seen this image from Game Informer, we didn't get any high-tech images like this last year. I think we could be getting a very nice trailer from Call of Duty on Sunday that could actually be giving us a lot more information than we're used to seeing from an initial reveal. So that is everything, guys. Make sure you're staying tuned on May the 4th for that trailer and for all of the extra information. I'm going to be keeping you guys up to date from today onwards, because I'm sure we're going to be getting extra details from the teaser site and all of that good stuff. Hopefully you've enjoyed. Let me know what you think down below in the comment section. Do you like what you're hearing? Are you excited? Of course, we don't have a name of the game yet. I'll keep you guys updated on that. But if you missed out on any of my recent videos, live commentary using a new camera from Black Ops 2, make sure you're checking out my second channel. And as I mentioned, if you're interested in Minecraft, there'll be a Minecraft server coming just literally tomorrow from me, Ali A. So hopefully you've enjoyed. Very exciting time, guys. Cannot wait for more information. I'll see you guys on my next video.